We have one of the most popular SUVs in the country, which are getting 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, 15. So we have one here today. So this is the one of the vehicle which I highly would not advise when it gets over 10 years old, because most of them are in a poor condition. People buying them because they can't afford to maintain them, and there's so many issues with suspension, there's so many faults, there's so many electrical issues regards to faults what I just mentioned. Maintenance not done, service is not done. I'm not talking about service history, I'm just saying on the time of the purchase. Timing belts, because on these engines you got the front timing belt, the rear timing belt, they have to be done on 100,000 miles, or I believe it was every 10 years, from the top of my head. I need to have a look. So if you do decide buying something like that, make sure you do thoroughly check it, especially the service history, timing belt, because the timing belt replacement will be front and back for the high pressure pump is, and it's a pain. That's going to cost you £1,000. If service is not done on time of the purchase, another £250. If you're going to go to the Land Rover dealer, expect £500, because there will be something else wrong with it, you know. And then we go to tyres, air suspension operation, 4x4 operation. So it can be a deadly purchase if you're not very careful. These vehicles, avoid if they're super cheap, because you will have exactly the same amount we're going to spend on this vehicle, you will be actually paying for the repairs on it. So Range Rovers, we have it's a most popular vehicle. Range Rovers, Land Rovers, what we inspect, and they are the most painful vehicle to actually inspect it. So if you're buying something old, make sure you inspect that vehicle, because when they're getting older, every vehicle will have some symptoms and faults. There could be engine issues. On a supercharger, you have a supercharger rattle, intermittent. Timing chain rattle on a cold start, which are building up and would need replacing. Everything is repairable, there's nothing wrong, right? But do you want to spend £5,000 after buying a vehicle in a short term? Then ask yourself a question. So be careful what you buy. Make sure you check, especially if you buy an old one. And if you don't have money, these vehicles are in a luxury car segment, and the repairs will be expensive, and not every garage will get in a bed with this car, as you need a specialist diagnostic scanners to actually get and reprogram certain stuff. So obviously we now advanced, and there's more and more scanners has capabilities to actually have a decent subsystem interference for any issues your garage or your car will have. Yes, deadliest car to buy, Range Rover, after 10 years, check. Remember, service history is the key. Looking on this one, bodywork is really good for the age. So this one is 12, 15 years old, you know, so very good bodywork. It's good tires. I can see it has main dealer tag on it, so I'm already expecting it main dealer trade-in. So we'll see how this one's going to turn out to be. It's just awareness when you do decide jumping on it. And if it's like I said, talking about this specific one, if it's a Discovery commercial one where the back is converted and it's actually a van, stay away. They are dogs. So hope this helps. It's a little bit of information, getting a bit of common sense when buying a 15-year-old SUVs, especially after 10 years, the Land Rovers and Range Rovers.